What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about an update to actually a story I did a live stream on, because this news broke last night, and that's when I went live on my Jay the Black live streams 2 channel. This is the live stream I did yesterday, right? Well, let me see. Yeah, when the news broke. And in this live stream, I spoke about, this defamation lawsuit, and everybody was saying, well, Megan Thee Stallion won the lawsuit. She's going to get $75,000 plus legal fees. Well, apparently a judge has dismissed Milagro Gramz being liable to Meg Thee Stallion. So it looks like the damages have been reduced from $75,000 to $59,000. I think this is the official end of this lawsuit. Now, I will say this. People are bringing up the fact that Milagro Gramz, who's a blogger, is responsible for legal fees. I haven't seen anything in the paperwork about that. So, and if you look at the fact that she's not liable to Meg Thee Stallion is not getting any legal fees. Now, if something changed as of me posting this video, then y'all can let me know in the comment section, or I'll go in the comment section and speak on it. But yeah, this is an L. I said this in my live stream, and I'm saying it now. I believe that Meg Thee Stallion did this because of her overwhelming jealousy of Milagro Gramz. Shout out to Milagro Gramz. She's a real one. She stood 10 toes down. We're actually going to get to, they did a short interview with Milagro Gramz. I'm going to show y'all that. But Milagro's a real one. She stood 10 toes down. Other people would have folded, would have probably been trying to apologize, beg for forgiveness. But Milagro never did it because she didn't do anything wrong. The only thing Milagro Gramz did wrong was she shared on her social, I believe, an image of Meg Thee Stallion that was AI. That's the only reason why Meg Thee Stallion was able to sue, because she really didn't have a reason to sue Milagro, but she was waiting. And that is how Milagro was able to defeat her, because Milagro was not served with any type of legal cease and desist paperwork before the lawsuit was filed. And because of that, that's why Milagro is not liable, and she's only going to pay the $59,000. And as of me reading this, no legal fees. So Meg Thee Stallion is on the hook to pay her own legal fees. Okay. This is a gigantic L. It is, because yesterday I had to see all these people talking about, oh, she won. She getting millions in legal fees. But now the narrative is that Milagro's still going to have to pay her $59,000. I said this in my live stream. I said Milagro just needs to put up a GoFundMe. Everybody else does it. And trust me, people would donate to her, because people feel like she was targeted. It was wrong what Meg Thee Stallion and Roc Nation was trying to do. They're trying to change the narrative for whatever weird reason. And speaking of that, I have a video that I had a audio that I did on my Patreon where I discuss Roc Nation, Jay-Z trying to groom Meg Thee Stallion for whatever reason, because they're going out of their way. They're spending a lot of money on this heifer, and there has to be a reason. So I spoke on my theory, my conspiracy theory as to why Jay-Z and Roc Nation are trying to clean up her image, get her into this relationship with Klay Thompson, why they spending all this money on legal fees. And I got into that. But back into Meg Thee Stallion. On the Patreon, make sure I go to Patreon. Meg Thee Stallion is somebody who, to me, her whole life is controlled by Roc Nation. And the fact that she's trying to sue a blogger over a post that other people was reposting as well on social media just shows me that this was her feeling insecure and jealous towards Milagros, because Milagros apparently has a close relationship with Tory Lanez' family. Milagros was at the hearing, the Tory Lanez trial, She, I guess, speaks to people close to him. And, Meg Thee Stallion is a very jealous-hearted woman. That's why she doesn't have any female friends. I mean, you don't see her around females. All you see her around is the men that she dates, because she's burnt bridges. That's why this whole Tory Lanez thing happened, because of her and her friend getting into it over a man. So when you see Meg Thee Stallion, this is an L. I don't care what anybody say legally. This is an L she lost, because she tried to use her resources to destroy another woman's life who did nothing to her. Milagro didn't do anything to Meg Thee Stallion, but she had no problem trying to destroy her life. And people who try to compare this to Cardi B and Tasha K are very incorrect. Tasha K was warned numerous times, and she will tell you she made a lot of mistakes. She was warned numerous times about the claims that she was making about Cardi B. And it was only when Cardi B took legal action, Cardi B was able to show her, trying to get, Tasha K to change course, and she never did. Milagros was not warned before she was sued. Now let's get into this article. A judge dismissed a jury's verdict on Tuesday, holding social media commentator and blogger Milagro Cooper liable for defamation, a lawsuit filed by hip-hop star Meg Thee Stallion in October 2024. Cooper was found liable for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and promotion of an altered sexual depiction of by a Miami jury on Monday. But Chief U.S. District Judge Cecilia dismissed the defamation ruling because the plaintiff did not serve the media defendant with a legal notice before filing the suit, according to court documents obtained by TMZ. There are people who are going to read this and still think that Milagro is on the hook for Meg Thee Stallion's legal fees. Basically, what the judge is saying is that you did not do a fair due process, because we are still in America. And there is due process. You can't just sue people because you in your feelings or you upset. There's a process to a lawsuit. You did not warn Milagros, did not send any type of cease and desist. You just filed a lawsuit because you were so thirsty, Meg Thee Stallion. You were so thirsty to file a lawsuit that you didn't even send any type of warning paperwork of any kind. And that is why the judge is throwing out the jury's verdict. As a condition presented to a defamation suit, section 770.01 Florida statutes requires a plaintiff to serve a media defendant with written notice specifying the alleged false or defamatory statements at least 5 days before filing a complaint, the judge stated in her final judgment. Meg Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, testified during the trial in November that Cooper, who is known on social media as blogger Milagro Gramz, participated in a targeted and coordinated social media campaign to harass, intimidate, and defame her. Pete alleged that Cooper was a paid surrogate for rapper Tory Lanez and spread lies on his behalf. Lanez was convicted of shooting and injuring Pete in July of 2020 incident. The judge decreased the damages Cooper owes Pete from $75,000 to $59,000. According to legal documents, the judge upheld the other 2 counts of intentional infliction of emotional distress and promotion of an alternate physical depiction. Cooper ultimately prevailed on Miss Pete's leading accusation, defamation. Actually, and Milagro's attorney, when this ruling first came down, he basically said that, there's really no defamation there. And the jury awarded a nominal amount of damages compared to the millions of dollars Miss Pete demanded from Miss Cooper throughout the course of the litigation. So, to Meg Thee Stallion's fans who can't read or didn't read, she was asking for millions of dollars in damages, knowing that Milagros don't have millions of dollars to give her, but that's what she was demanding. And she only got $59,000. First $75,000 and now $59,000. But I'm supposed to believe that Meg Thee Stallion supports and wants to help other women, right? Cooper's attorney said in a statement on Wednesday obtained by ABC News. Pete's attorneys said in a statement obtained by ABC News after the jury's verdict on Monday that Cooper is also required to cover the rapper's legal bills. Requests for costs and fees shall not be submitted until after any post-trial motions are decided or an appeal is concluded, whichever occurs later, the judge stated in her final judgment. ABC News has reached out to Pete's attorneys, but requests for comments were not immediately returned. Of course, because her lawyers are seething. They're trying to see whether or not they should retry this. The lawsuit alleged that Cooper spread lies about Pete to punish her and attempt to discredit her after publicly named Lanez as the shooter. I'm not getting into that. But I will say this, though. There's a chance she could be on the hook. I just don't think she's going to... If you're not ruling that she is responsible for defamation, how can you award attorney's fees towards somebody for something that the other person wasn't found guilty of? Let's get into this clip here where they speak to Milagro.
In the Megan Thee Stallion defamation lawsuit, Milagro Cooper, the blogger accused of posting a sexually explicit deepfake video of the rapper, is talking only to CBS News Miami. Our Yvonne Taylor joins us now with some of their conversations. This was a big get, Yvonne.
Thank you, Naja. It's actually indeed a very interesting conversation, and we're going to start by the fact that which one is the inevitable big question that we have to ask the Texas blogger Milagro Cooper? Because let's remember, this is what this trial was all about. As of October, there is a law in Florida which it allows people whose images are manipulated as an AI false pornographic video a way to sue whoever did that in court. That person was Milagro Cooper, a blogger considered by jurors as a media defendant. Today, she spoke with CBS News Miami before leaving South Florida. And the day after, everybody wants to know, do you regret what you did? And answers to the why about the deepfake video, which Megan Pete, the rapper's real name, decided to take this woman to court. Did you know it was an AI fake video?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And why did you spread it?
I think that's a tricky question because I think there are misconceptions about what actually happened. I did say go to my likes, and I did speak about it.
Did you not know this could harm her?
Did I personally think that this would cause her to feel those ways? Absolutely not.
So the outcome of the case is Milagro.
So that's what Milagro had to say. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all this. I got to give Milagro credit because, again, she stood up to the machine by herself. You know what I'm saying? Rock Nation was a part of why Tory Lanez in the situation that he's in. My opinion. It's my opinion. There's just a lot going on there. There's going to be documentaries made about this years from now. And I think that Meg Thee Stallion is, unfortunately, and I said this in the live stream, she's unfortunately a pawn in this. She's a pawn. She's a pawn, and she doesn't even understand it. She thinks these people actually have her best interest at heart. They don't have your best interest at heart. They're out here letting you make a fool of yourself. Now, whether or not Milagro is going to owe her attorney's fees, I don't know. I just have doubts that the judge is going to award like full attorney's fees if she was not found guilty of, if Milagro was not found guilty of defamation. I mean, that's just like you have fees that you may pay the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Diddy situated, didn't he have to pay like a fine, right? But to pay her attorney's fees for what she did, she wasn't found guilty of defamation. Why would she have to pay attorney's fees? I that to me is still up in the air. But I just think that hopefully Meg Thee Stallion understands someday that she is a pawn and they are using her. This is why they are getting her attorneys and they're having her do these cases. This needs to be the last case that she deals with. You can't leave a court saying that you glad it's over. Well, you started the proceedings because your feelings are still hurt because people think you're a liar, because you are. Your own friend didn't even support or back up anything you said. Your former friend anyway. But everybody's lying on you. I just think that no content creator should have been in support of what Meg Thee Stallion was doing. What Meg Thee Stallion was doing would have set a bad precedent that celebrities can sue content creators because they're mad or their feelings are hurt. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me thoughts, like the video, and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I will see y'all next.